All right, y'all. Good morning, and welcome to House Edge Live. It's John here from Casino Gaming Central. I'm looking at the stats here a little bit now. Again, as you know, I'm in Vegas, so we have a bit of a weird setup here. For some reason, my laptop that I'm using for the shows buffers all the time, and there's some weirdness. I'm not sure if it's the connection or what, but when I start buffering and going out, you can already tell that we're already losing some clarity here with as I talk. The sound doesn't match, but anyway, apologies for that. I'm curious though. In chat, let me know if you're watching this on vertical on the phone size or watching it horizontally, like with your phone this way. Which way are you watching it? Because we do two streams every day. It films live to both of them. And I'm always curious as to who's watching it which way and why. If you only got shown the one by YouTube, that's the vertical one, or if you only got shown the horizontal, or if you're just picking the one you like better. So in chat, just let me know how that's working for you. And why you're picking one of it, and if you like it or not. Like if you're stuck on the vertical one, you don't like it, I wouldn't mind knowing that, right? Anyway, neither here nor there. So I'm just kind of curious about it. So let's hit it. We're in Ken's on wide because you see better, and that I would choose the wide version too, but the software that I use does both all the time now. So and it doesn't do it automatically. It just does two, which is weird. Anyway. Let's get to it here. I'm going to jump in, and we're gonna try and wrap up a little bit this series that we've been on, of like when do you hit the gas pedal, was sort of the question, and I'll go over the whole question with you here in a second, because I think there's a lot of good things to chat about with this whole thing that Joe got me started on. So that said, let's hop in first and remind ourselves of what we're doing. And I'm glad to see that Ken's here, because Ken and Waylon and myself and Joe and a lot of people are doing YouTube channels on craps and whatever else for this reason. Because I think over the 30 years we've all been playing each, right? You realize that you can't really beat them. I mean, you can get lucky for a long string, but in reality, they have the hammer, right? Ken will say it all the time. Ken from Ken Knows Gambling. All strategies will lose at some point. And when you're playing strategies that will eventually lose, you're going to hit a bad day. It's that if that loss is so big that it gobbles up all your wins, then you're back to where you started, or worse, even a little bit. The casinos always win, and they know this. They've got the math in their favor. More importantly, they have found a way to put you against yourself. Okay, and what I mean by that is it's not just the math, because the math is what the math is, obviously, right? But they got your emotions kind of in their grip, so to speak, right? You don't have the bankroll to beat them. Most people don't. Especially if you're playing a ladder or martingale, you can't last long enough, most cases, or go deep enough to get them. Why? Because A, they have more money than you, and B, they will cap how much money you can bet. If you had unlimited money, you could maybe win, but you don't. And they will make sure you can't. So we have to use our bankroll as gamblers in different ways. We have to leverage our losses a little bit. We have to use our bankroll to leverage our wins, right? And make our wins more meaningful. We have to find ways to do that. But really, it's all about you. It's all about you. The whole thing is about you. Your risk tolerance or your risk aversion, right? Your intelligence. How well do you know your game? Do you have discipline? Can you play in a way? I'm going to show you the ways that I play today. Do you have discipline to actually do it? Right? To really do what you said you were going to do. Do you set a goal that is your North Star and say, look, here's my goal. When I hit my goal, I'm going to make a good decision. A lot of people hit a goal and go, well, I hit my goal. It's cool. And they keep on going. And they blow the goal, right? Your emotions have a lot to say about that. And the casinos are really good at fucking with your emotions. They just are. And that's the thing. When you make emotional decisions, they're generally speaking bad. Ask any woman. Ask your wife, your girlfriend, your daughters. Emotional decisions almost never work out. They almost never work out. And the casino just feeds on that, right? So with that said, let's hop into what we're going to do today. And this is a set of questions that Joe from Craftsmaster Journey had asked me. And I think, he asked this kind of on behalf of a lot of people that watch all of our channels. And when do you go? When do you pull the trigger? And because here's the thing, and this is really it's of course it's a crap specific kind of a question, right? But it works for all the games. The same thought process. When do you pull the trigger? You've got some safe way to play. You've got some low house edge way to play. Maybe it's to quote Ken, it's a bump on a pickle kind of a strategy. And you're kind of grindy, right? And at some point, you want to switch. You want to go a little harder. In craps specifically, there are a lot of ways we play that are more grindy's not the word, more hedgy. The horseman that I play, right? It's a very hedgy kind of a strategy. It's a very, you're kind of here, you're tying, and then all of a sudden the table gets hot, right? All of a sudden you're like, oh wow, my strategy did its thing. The roll is still going, but I'm not in the roll anymore. When do I make the call to get back into the roll? And even if the 7 comes on the next roll, I gave it a shot. When do you make that call? And I think we've been talking about this now for a few weeks. I think that call is made by your bankroll. It's made by your goal tier, your budget tier. Where are you in this session? Are you down a lot, down a little? Are you even? Are you up a little? Are you up a lot? Those states of being determine all of it, right? Where you are in your rack or your stack if you're playing blackjack or whatever else, where you are relative to where you started the first bet dictates everything, right? If I'm a lot down, I'm not hitting the gas pedal trying to hit a miracle. If I'm a little bit down, I'm more focused on getting myself back to square. If I'm a little bit up, maybe I take a small shot. If I'm a lot up over my goal, that excess money, which isn't going to be a lot, is the hammer that I might decide to use. That's the answer to the question. And it sounds really easy, right? But what I've kind of concocted is this sort of a 3-step plan, right? And I think it's not my invention or anything. It's just the way that I frame things. And I think that we can all frame things in the same way, because I think most strategists on YouTube talk about this in the same way, right? There's always the 3 steps are always, get your money back, right? Some guys will say get out of the hand. Some guys will say get even. Whatever the terminology is, get your money back off the table. If I put $25 out, win $25. That's number 1, right? Number 2 is be still playing, but take profit. So get your money back, earn some profit. That's the second step. And then the third step, of course, is to earn to your goal and then make a decision. Okay. We've been doing this now for a few weeks. Today, I'm going to go play some right side plays. I'm going to go pure right side. We're just going to go not hedgy. I'm going to show you some ways to get there. And maybe along the way, we'll do a little bit of horseman, because that was the one that was brought up. And actually, a lot of people play this thing from Crappy, which is a lot like the horseman, which I might get into today. It has a little bit less opportunity. The horseman is designed to be a switcher. The all-day strategy is really not. But let's go take a look, all right, shall we? I'm going to go talk to you a little bit here. Let's go this screen. This should do it, right? Does I get the right thing? Come on, do it. My computer is so slow. I can't understand what's going on. Last night, I set it to compile an app that we're writing. On my other computer, it takes about an hour. This thing ran for 9 hours, never finished it. So something's jacked up. Anyway, we're in the pressure cooker today. I'm going to go ahead and run a couple of right side plays for you, and we'll get a sense of how you manage a rack while you're going. And hopefully, and I mean this with all sincerity, hopefully today I lose a little bit. I'd like to come out of the gate here and not have a perfect run. This thing is still trying to load. Good Lord, there it goes. Wow, it took forever. I'm hoping that we have a little bit of a rough time, because if I just go out here and win right away, then it looks like I rigged the system. If we have to fight a little bit, that's great. We can talk about the fight as we go. So let's go to the table and let's see what the 3-step plan looks like in action. Get up, get out, get up, get going. And get going could mean a couple of things. Get going means go home, go to the cage, or go into the hand. We'll see what happens. All right, here we go. Let's hit the table. All right, I go a little bit crooked, huh? There we go. All righty, here we are. I don't really have a rack, so I'm gonna buy in today we'll do 5. I'll do 550 as my buy-in. Okay, and I'll put that down here at the pass line. Okay, there's the 550, and we're gonna manage this. There's 4. Oh, I need one more. 550. because I'm going to go 110 inside. I'm going to do a straight right side play, 110 inside. We're going to watch the rack as we go. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do is take these as reds, and we're going to count bullets. There's our 110, 110, 110, 110, and 110. There's our five bullets. We're going to see how we do today managing our 5 bullets. I'm a little bit off screen. All right, let's go. Let's catch a point. White chip will be my marker. We're on the point of 6, and we're going to go 110 inside. Very simple. Now, again, if you want to, and I'm just showing you a way that I like to play. It's one of my favorite ways to play. You can do anything you want to for the first 2 phases. The get even and get up a little tiny bit phase is all up to you. It does not matter what you do. You can watch 1,000 YouTube videos and find 1,000 ways to do what I'm about to do. This is just one way that I enjoy playing. Okay, here we go. If you catch a 7 here, whatever. You're going to get burned sometimes. No right side play is immune to the 7 unless you got a massive lay somewhere. All right, there's the 7. So I'm just going to leave this here and take another 110 out to repay the bets. Now, that's good and bad, right? We don't want to lose the money, but it does show how we're doing. 1, 2, 3 bullets in the rack, 1 bullet out here, 1 bullet in the house. Here we go. Point's going to be 4. We catch a 6. Now watch, here's the play. It's $35. I'm going to bring my 5 down to $10 and bring $50 back. I'm going to put my wins here in the front area. I'll put them over here, I guess, right? So you can see them as I build them up, and then we'll start rebuilding bullets. Remember, my primary goal is to rebuild bullets. And there's another quick 7. So we have now, let's take all this out of here. We'll do it again. I've got 1, 2, 3.5 bullets. So we lost 1.5, which kind of sucks. Maybe this will be the day we just go completely down and we'll have to not be able to fight. Here we go. Puck's off. Coming out again. We got a 10 this time. Another, boy, oh boy. What talk about the perfect storm here, right? If I was playing the Horseman, we'd be in great shape, right? Here we go. 110 again. Puck is off. My God. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bong bong. Can we rebuild the rack? 8. If Kendo's Gambling is in chat going, my God, give me the don't pass spread right now, right? There's an 8. Okay, it pays 35. $35. We'll bring the 9 down this time. $50 back to the rack. Another freaking, are you shitting me? Okay, I'll leave the 110. Here's the next 110. That's my last bullet. We're going to lose 5 bullets today, it looks like. Just like that. 4 is the point. Jeez-a-loo. Okay, there it is. Wow. 5 bullets, 5 PS. We had 4 PSOs and 3 PSOs and 2 one-hit wonders. That was just like that. Welcome to the game of craps, right? Let's reset. We'll do another run because I really, that's not a great teaching moment. I do want to show you what happens when it goes right. So you have a chance to actually see something interesting. Again, if we had done the Horseman, and let's replay the rolls here. The Horseman also at this is 110 per bullet. The Horseman's 125 a bullet, right? All those rolls, a don't pass and a come, would have won $75 3 times, right? We'd have won $75 3 times and $50 twice. We'd have been out of here with a couple extra bullets had we been on the other side. Here we go. 5. All right, there's my 110. Bing, 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 bing. All right. Let's have a better run here, huh? There's a 6. That'll pay 35. Bring that 5 down. There's a 4. There's the 5. Okay, that pays 15. I have to have some whites in my rack to do this. So 15 for 1. All right. I'm going to bring the 5 back to a quarter. The reason why I do that is because this strategy needs to have a couple of green level hits to make itself work. So 7 on the come out, 11 on the come out, 5 again, a 4. And boy, I haven't gotten 2 hits on the shooter yet. Unbelievable today, huh? Have not yet once gotten 2 hits on any one shooter. Insanity. All right, here we go. 110 inside again. My goodness. Somebody's going to say in chat, the table's running cold. The table's not running cold. It just is what it is. There's an 11, aces, an 8. Sometimes your way of playing works. Sometimes your way of playing doesn't work. Now I've got 1, 2, 3. I've earned back part of a bullet here over the course of the last 2 rolls. There's a 9 for 15 for 1. And again, we'll press that up to a quarter. A 10. Come on, man. Give me one time where we get through the thing. All right, there's a 6 for $35. Finally, $35 on the 6. That's amazing. Now I've gotten my 2 green hits. Okay, so what we do is this. I put that bullet back together again, and I've got a quarter. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 bullets back in the rack, 1 bullet out here that I'm playing with, and I have a $25 profit in total, but not locked up. Okay, so if you're playing this game, right, and again, take the other losses out of the equation. 1, 2, 3, 4 bullets in the rack. You play until you have your whole rack right. I'm not counting this as being in my rack. I'm counting this as a potential loss. So I've got to keep playing until my rack is good, which means I'm doing the move again. I'm not going to start pressing my way out of this. I'm doing the move again until I get that replenished correctly, whether or not it works. It didn't work this time, right? There's my 110 going down, but that's the move. You're going to try and do rack protection. Here we go. 110 in. Let's rebuild it. Come out 7. These dice are loaded today, right? Another 7. My gravy. Points 5. There's a 4. And again, we don't really have another 7. Jeez, wow. Talk about a shit day, huh? I don't have a back wall to roll them against, so it is what it is. 3, 4. All right, here we go. 11. 7. My goodness gracious. All right, the point's going to be 6. Here we go. 9. I want to get through it one freaking time today, man. It'd be nice to just get through it one time. We'll pull the 9 down. An 8. Oh my gosh, we got 2 hits. Can you believe we got 2 hits today? All right, there's the 8. I'll bring the 5 down. Now let's take a look at the rack here, right? We've got, if I take that as quarters, I've got 1, 2. I rebuilt one of my bullets, and I'm moving towards another one, right? So I've got to keep pulling the move off. Now I have a couple ways to do this. I can bring these down and go 44 inside and just kind of play the roll out. Or I can keep working the same system, right? Trying to get a hit or so to get myself square. It doesn't matter anyway, right? The 7's going to come today as hard as it's been coming in a while. So here we go. All right. Can we get even? Can we get even today? I can't even get out of the gate. There's a 5. Today's 7s have got to have been 1 out of 4 rolls have been 7s today, it seems like. There's an 11. Another one. Good Lord. All right, 110. I'll pay for that again. God, talk about the day from hell, right? 4 is the point. Ah, are you fucking kidding me? Last bullet again. Boy, oh boy, we should have been on dark side today, huh? There's a 6 for the come out. Holy hell. There's a 6. The hit is the point. $35. Wow. What an amazing day. 9, new point. Sweet. Now, here's what's going to happen. Everybody's like, oh my God, that table's so cold. You should switch over. Let's switch over. Let's go. Let's go here. We'll go 125. We're going to go the horseman. I'm going to switch it up, go the horseman. We'll try it again with a different way of playing. And here we go. We'll do a $125 horseman, which looks like this. 50 on the don't, and 3 come bets. You want to bet? We go on a monster roll here. Point's going to be 6. Come bet. Goes to the 9. Now what? You watch. No matter what you do, right? Oh, look at that. 9 gets hit. Bang. Off. Oh, we were in the come, by the way. So that's off and on. And we're still out there. There's the 4. Last come bet. We lose. Okay, so we have 2 come bets. We have our don't. We have 1 unit back. 5. Doesn't matter. 8 doesn't matter. Look at this roll. Are you kidding me? There's a 9. Right when I switch sides, oh, I dropped the chip. Right when I switch sides, the table goes hog wild. Now, remember this case we were in, right? We have 3 units in profit, or 3 units from the table, right? I've got a 2 unit don't, right? If I were to place the 6 right now, I could lock this in and make sure that I get my money back, right? We can play it out too and say maybe we get a 4, maybe we catch a 7 here. I could be guaranteed a tie here. I'm not going to do the plug thing, but we could. And there's our 7. So we lose the 4, but we win our don't. And there's our bullet back plus a profit. Okay, now, is that enough to go home? If you're starting with 500, your goal is probably 100. So no, it's not enough to go home. We got to get at least $100 out of this thing. Maybe 150 or so. Let's go again. Here's going to be our 3 come bets. Here's our lockup profit. Pucks off, and here we go. Come out 7. So we put all 3 to the don't. Little FU bet. It goes to the 10. Midnight. 7 out. There's our 3 units. So our rack, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 bullets. 3 units in profit. We still need to get to at least 4, maybe 5 or 6. Here we go. We'll start it again. There's my 3 come bets that are ready to go. Coming out, midnight. Nobody cares. It's an 8. And there's our first come bet. It goes to the 10, our second come bet. Goes to the 5. Our third come bet goes to the 8. Okay, so we lost our don't. We have 3 come bets out there. This is the bad hand. This is where the come out 7 is going to come and get us, right? We catch an 8, though. That's cool. The 8 wins, and I'm okay. If I look at my rack, I got that bullet back, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're still okay. We have our bullets. We're okay. We have 2 come bets that are sitting here. Worst case, we tie. I love the horseman, right? There's the 4. Oh, sorry. The point was 8. We just re-hit the 8. Okay, now we're coming back out again. There's another 8. Wow. There's a 4. There's a midnight. There's a 3. And let these things run themselves out. The horseman, this is what Joe was talking about, right? When do you switch on a hot roll, right? When do you switch on a hot roll? Well, if you're ahead, you can switch. We're even, so I don't switch, right? We're even. We're fighting these 2 things. I'm not going to jump into this thing with money from here. Okay, now I got a 10 that comes back. At this point, Joe, to answer the question, you could switch in, right? I've got my 5 bullets. I have a quarter in profit, a quarter on the 5. I can take that quarter there if I want to and go here. A little 6 and 8 action, right? To stay with the roll. Okay, I could lock up 1 and play with 1 lightly. Probably a waste of money. But if you want to switch in and get into this roll that you think is happening in front of you, that's the way that you do it, right? It's a safe time. There's a couple of 9s. There's an 11. There's another 9. Boy, I should have been over there, huh? It's a 10. We need a 5. I want a 5. Let me get that quarter to pay off, right? There's the 7. So we lose all of this. But that was the time to make the switch. Now, what happened? Nothing. We still have a quarter up in profit. We're playing again. There's our 3 come bets for the next time. And we just keep rolling it. 6. Coming with 6. There's my freaking 5, right? 7 out. That's fine. We lose the 5. We win here. And we win there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's our bullet back. And there's our, again, 3 units in profit. Now, again, if you want to keep playing this way and get to that 5th unit in profit, or maybe whatever your goal would be, keep playing the horseman. If you wanted to say, I'm even, now I can do this up here somewhere, that's totally fine too. You can go 64 across if you want to, 66 in. You have money to do something else if you wanted to switch out. This earns you the right to do something if you want to try something else to hit that goal. Let's just stick with it though. Let's use this to get to our goal or past our goal, and we'll see if we can't have a more fun decision to make. All right, there's an 11 yo that wins. Bang. Put that over there. There's a 7 out. That's perfect. 1 here and 2 there. Now guess what? If I take all this down, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's our 5 bullets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 150 in profit with an excess quarter. So 150 with an excess quarter. Now you got to decide out of 500, what was your goal? If your goal was 100, there's your goal, and all of that is going in your front pocket. Now I've got 75 bucks excess to do something with. This could be a little 66 inside. This could be whatever you want, or it could be extra money. And for me, having lost $1,000 10 minutes ago, I need to rebuild the $1,000 back, right? So this 75 is not getting played, it's coming home. And it's all about the bankroll management, right? It is what it is. Today's one of those days where the 7 was kind of our number, right? The 7 was coming a little extra than normal. So the first demonstration I did couldn't really work to see how I really wanted to show you, I don't care about losing. I wanted to show you how the rack changed, right? The horseman did a good job of showing us how the rack changed, and we earned our money back and then went for it. The other strategy never had a chance to really fight back and get its rack right. That is going to happen. What you saw there in that first part, that happens all the time. You have these right side strategies that you think are going to be great, and I have a lot of them that I play that I really enjoy playing, right? That you're going to run into a buzzsaw. Some days it's a buzzsaw, and you just, boy, everybody in that table is PSOs, and you're just going to have to eat it, right? And that happened today. So anyway, it's fun. I hope you had fun watching me lose my ass like an idiot. Super fun. All right, let's go back over here and chat with y'all. I need to hit this button, right? I need to do this. Let's do, which one do I do? Oh, this button over here. Bang. Am I back? No. Oh, this one. There we go. That's how we do it. All right, I'm back. So anyway, too bad that the first strategy just didn't have enough teeth in it today to get hold. It's really fun when that one works out a little bit, even if it works out half of the time. It's fun to watch the stacks move in your rack and how we can rebuild and get back to even again when it's down. When you're going to fight 4 or 5 PSOs, and actually we lost 10 shooters today. I didn't count, but probably 7 of those were 0.7 outs, and 3 or 4 of those were 1 hit and out, right? Nothing you can do. Your strategy is going to get bonked that way no matter what. It is what it is. But I really wanted to show the rack moving. Anyway, maybe we'll do it differently. Maybe I'll try it again Monday, and we'll do that. Probably no shows tomorrow or Friday. I may do one. We'll see. It's all schedule dependent over here. So let's run into some questions and answers, and we'll see if there's anything interesting here in chat. And if not, then I will get out of here. All right. Let's see. What do we see? Dan says you're all newbies because 30 years is too. That's pretty funny. Brent says I watch horizontal mailman. Oh, there you go. That's interesting. It's fun to know like that we have that there's a reason to watch certain ways, right? If you're in your car or whatever, that's interesting. Pick the wide. You're on desktop. Do any of you guys watch on TV? I watch most of my YouTube on my TV set, not my phone. I actually don't watch much on my phone at all. So, all right. I love this, by the way, Ken. It's always you against you. It is always, the casino pits you against yourself. They're just so good at that, aren't they? Let's see. Gary saying, I wish I had the discipline to walk away a winner in my younger years. Count how many times I lost it all back. What's interesting is in my younger years, I was more conservative than I even am now. When I first started playing, I've told you guys a story. I was so conservative when I was a younger player because I only had $100. Like my wife and I had just gotten married when I first turned 21, 22. We didn't have, we were making $6, $7 an hour, right? If we took $100 to the casino, it was a lot. And to make $100 last a couple of days was really hard work. And I learned how to grind early. Now in my later years, when I have a little bit of extra money, I enjoy punching back a little bit more, I guess, right? I sparred for so long. Now I want to punch back. And so I do still have the grinder mentality on until I get to a point, and then I just want to start swinging because I just want to, right? And that's, again, your bankroll makes that call for you. So, all right, let's go through here. Let's see. Dan says, "Isn't it a better question? When do you take your money off the layout and ride out the roll?" See, that's interesting, Dan, because most craps players want to. Again, craps is a weird game. Craps is a game where you can hit a miracle, right? We talked about the miracle the other day. It's the one game where miracles happen more often than other games. It really does. And so the disciplined part of you says it's disciplined to not play for the miracle. It's disciplined to just take your 1 or 2 hits and kind of let it ride itself out. Again, you can absolutely go both ways on that thing, right? And again, if you're predisposed on vacation to go play for the hot thing, I want to give you tools to do it. That's the thing. I want you to have tools that go either way. So, John the Destroyer. Yep, man, boy, what a day. What a crazy freaking dice day today, huh? Let's see. Keep showing why the right side flat sucks. That's pretty funny. Right? Today would have been the perfect dark side day. But you know what? But some days it's the opposite. There's days where I come out here and remember, I'll throw 30 or 40. You know what I mean? It just is what the dice will do, what the dice want to do. There's nothing you can do about it, right? What you just got to be on the side they're on when they're whatever they're doing at the moment. I've decided that it's so stupid to stop chasing the dice, right? So some days they just do what they're going to do. All right. Let's see. Here comes the hot roll. Yeah, right. When I switch sides. Actually, when I switched over, it never got better. Today was a day where it never got better. It stayed dark all day. The horseman made money too. It never got right today, which is funny. All right, I got to run. It's 8:00. Let me go do my work call. I'm gonna hit it. I may see you tomorrow. I don't know. If I do, it'll be a last minute decision. If not, I'll see you Monday. Either way, you guys have a great rest of your week. You're going to the tables. Good luck. God bless everybody. I'll see you next time. Bye.